I'm here with PC Rob Webb and we are somewhere in Chipping Norton. Where are we and what are we doing?
So we are in Worcester Road Rec, or play area. There's a kiddies play area and a large open space here. So we're here with other officers regarding National Knife Crime Awareness Week, and one of my colleagues is a keen detectorist, so he's got a metal detector as his hobby, but he's decided to bring it out today and search through the hedgerows and around the verges of this park for any discarded weapons, especially knives. So we've been doing this not only here, we did it in Witney earlier on today. We did a similar thing in Carterton a couple of months ago, and it's really just making the public aware that we are out actively looking for any discarded weapons that have been thrown away, that may have been used in crime, that people don't want to keep on their person, or they may be coming back to look for it later. So that's what we're doing specifically today.
So what we'll be listening for is this tin can. Yep. Okay. So we've got the tin can. So obviously a knife will be made up of any sort of constituent parts of that, basically, and obviously more cans here. So I'll ignore those because I can see them quite simply, and we'll just go around the edges.
So why is it important to find anything that might be out there?
Well, as I said, this is a children's play area, so we don't want youngsters picking up discarded weapons from the hedgerows for obvious reasons. And also, sometimes we can link particular weapons to particular offences. So we'd still be looking at forensic analysis and possibilities from anything that we find. So it's not just knives specifically. So it could be any type of weapon, anything that's made or adapted to be a weapon that can be used in crime.
And have you found anything?
Luckily, no, today, which is good. I suppose that's a very positive thing. Which is, I mean, we've always been aware that West Oxfordshire is a very safe place to live and work and for recreational purposes. So yes, I'm happy to say nothing has been found, certainly here in Chipping Norton, and nothing was found in Witney earlier today, which is good news.
And if there's just a member of the public listening in now and they're out randomly somewhere in West Oxfordshire in a park and they come across something they believe to be a weapon, what should they do?
They've got two choices. They can either ring us straight away and we'll do our best to come out and retrieve that, or they can make it safe themselves, wrap it in something safe, a tea cloth or newspaper or whatever, and then bring it to a police station, or take it home and let us know and we'll come and collect it. Sometimes people are worried about carrying knives, even if they found them through perfectly legitimate reasons, but that is the defence. If you're then handing it into a police officer, then you'll never be prosecuted for carrying an offensive weapon. And if
for some reason somebody has an offensive weapon and they want to dispose of it, what's the best way to do that?
This week especially, we have amnesty bins at the majority of our police stations, the red bins, which means people can come in and dispose of their weapons there without any questions. So if they've got items that they're not sure about, perhaps even older knives that are no longer useful but they don't want to be kept in the home, then bring them in, pop them in the bin, no questions will be asked, and that's the end of the matter.
Knife crime is always in the news. It's particularly prevalent at the moment. Why do you think we're having such an increase in knife crime? Because
knives are easy to obtain and easy to carry. So you can get a knife from your kitchen drawer. You can buy knives, even though there are stringent laws on purchasing knives. You can still buy them. They're easier to get hold of guns, for instance, and they can be carried easily as well. You can secrete them up your sleeve or in your waistband or whatever. So because of the very nature of them, they're flat and they're easy to hide, and they're quite hard to detect on under clothing. So that's probably why.
Easy to hide, but they do a lot of damage.
Absolutely, yes. People don't realise they go out with knives looking to protect themselves because they're worried about something, but sometimes that knife can be turned on them. It can be dropped, somebody else pick it up, and then suddenly you become the victim rather than the aggressor. So yes, it does do a lot of damage. A lot of lives have been ruined. We've seen nationally that how many lives have been lost through knife crime recently.
And this is part of a national campaign. Do you think it's likely this kind of thing will occur again in the future?
I would certainly hope so. I think, judging by the take-up on this week around the country, because it's not just Thames Valley Police that are running it, it's national. So we're doing a lot of things with schools and other agencies. For instance, we're going into year sixes in the majority of our primary schools in West Oxfordshire and doing a presentation which has been put together by one of my colleagues, just to warn children about the danger of knives and carrying them and the effect they can have. So it is a message that we're trying to get out quite positively, that will roll on through the generations. And so, yes, I'd like to see it become an annual event.
And the younger the better we start putting that message out there. Thank you very much for your time today.
No, you're very welcome.